What up, brother?
I'm good.
0xKawz, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Looks like you're in like Colorado with your fun background.
Yeah, I try to stay somewhat anonymous as much as possible, obviously. But as the
Yeah.
company gets bigger, obviously I have to start showing my face. So
Well, we appreciate you doxing with our lovely crew here hanging out with us online. Uh, so 0xKawz is the founder of time.fun, a platform that allows creators to tokenize and monetize their time. And it recently hit 990,000 in total creator earnings. Uh, Congratulations. Let's go. I guess starting here, I'm curious what the core insight behind this product was. There are a bunch of Web2 platforms where you can pay people for meetings, but like, what do you see as being unlocked by liquid markets?
yeah, yeah, this is not necessarily a new concept from the product side of things. I think this is a new concept from more like in a sense, more aligned incentives, right? So, for example, if I was to pay someone to message them or subscribe to someone on a streaming platform, I get no upside in that, right? I'm just paying for that access. Here, what we've introduced is more aligned incentives where, yes, you can pay to reach someone, but you can also earn like minutes of their time that could go up, right? Has the potential to go up in the mid to long term, and you kind of share that financial upside with your favorite creators or experts, influencers, athletes, like whatever it might be. So that's really the new sort of innovative concept behind time.fun and probably other like creator platforms out there in crypto is, yeah, is definitely that shared upside.
Yeah. So you've been on a long journey of sort of figuring out the right mechanisms for this. I think you pivoted from Base to Solana. You introduced a whole bunch of new access features, and it feels like you've recently got to a good spot where we're seeing an uptick in the adoption of the product. I'm wondering if you can reflect on that journey to where you are now and maybe share any of the big insights you've had along the way.
Yeah, for sure. It has been a long journey, right? I started back in January of last year, so it's been a year and a half now. I will say I took a lot of inspiration from Frentech. For the ones that are, watching the show or understand or know Frentech, that was like the big breakthrough social crypto app, in my opinion. Like, yes, we had BitClout, but I think when Frentech came out, that's when I think crypto was ready for consumer products with layer twos, with cheap gas fees, embedded wallets, all of that good stuff. So when I saw Frentech, I saw the limitations both from the team side and from just the product itself and the smart contracts. So I knew I wanted to build something along the same lines, obviously with my own spin on things. And that's where Time Fund sort of came out because I was thinking, buying keys makes sense to like group chat, but it doesn't really make sense for other things that creators can offer. So I kind of thought, what is like the base level thing that you're really buying from a creator or an expert or an influencer? And that's truly like access to their time, right? Whether it's them answering a direct message or them live streaming or them getting on a phone call with you, they're really just giving you access to their time. So time became that sort of underlying currency for everything that Time Fund offers. And that somewhat introduces like one to many products, right? Time is just that currency, and a creator can pick and choose what products they want to offer their fans. So yeah, we originally started on Base. The product was a little different, but we pivoted to Solana, and now time is truly like a token, right? Minutes are a token, whereas on Base it was just a mapping in a smart contract. So people couldn't necessarily build on top of us easily, at least. Whereas now we've really thought, okay, how do we, focus on time.fun first, obviously, find PMF, get that growth, but then also enable other products to build on top of you. And minutes now like can be used easily outside of the platform. So really excited about where we are. We're only just about 4 months, almost 5 months into our journey on Solana. So really new, really early. But so far really excited with where we're at right now.
Can you walk me through how? So, say I want to come and use your platform. Like, how is that market being initiated? What do I get? What do people who buy my time get?
Yeah. So if you want to be a creator on the platform, you can be both a user and a creator. But being a creator is obviously optional. But if you want to be one, you would just pick and choose the products that you want to offer. So we have direct messages, group chats, voice and video calls as the four sort of um, fundamental products that you can offer. We have like side products, obviously, as well. But you pick and choose which products you want to offer and then the pricing of each. So these are all priced in USD. Somewhat, they can also be priced in minutes, but we've realized that creators just want USD pricing. It makes way more sense to them than thinking about this abstract idea of tokenized minutes. So once you pick the prices and the products, you just click create time market, and that's created for you. People can start trading your time right away as soon as you click create.
So are
And you
these like
start.
fully distributed meme coins, or like what is the token mechanism that you're launching with?
Yeah, we've partnered with Meteora, so we launch on Meteora, dynamic bonding curve. So these minutes can be traded outside of the platform. We don't want it just within the platform. We want maximum distribution for these tokens. So yeah, 100,000 tokens are minted, right? And that's all there'll ever be. These are minted, and people can start trading them right away. And then for the traders and investors, they can buy them both off platform, on platform. It's up to them. And then for the users that truly want to use these minutes to engage with you, they'll bring those minutes into the platform or buy them on the platform and then redeem them for access, whether that's direct messages, calls, group chats, whatever it might be, or any of the other products that you offer on the side. Yeah, that market is pretty much created right away. And then you as a creator, you earn when people redeem products with you, but then also when people trade your time. So that's the massive unlock. If you think of something like Cameo or intro.co, you're only earning revenue or fees when people are redeeming for products with you. Whereas here you're earning just off trades as well. So just passively earning being on the platform. So that's a massive unlock, right? Because your time is, you can only give up so many calls per day, right? But as soon as you have one to many products and you're earning just from trades, it's a lot more revenue that comes for creators.
Yeah, it's the scarceness of time and attention that makes this interesting, and I think where you
Yep.
can see the value. So most of your creators are crypto personalities today. I'm curious how you're thinking about expanding into a broader market, or even if you are at this time.
Yeah, we've definitely focused on crypto native creators, founders, investors at this point in time, but our mobile app is almost complete. So we're already in conversations with like massive Web2 creators. They're not necessarily, some of them are big on Twitter, but a lot of them are just, they don't really have a presence on Twitter, but they're massive on TikTok, they're massive on Instagram and YouTube. So we're definitely moving towards that direction because I do find their audience and fans are way more sticky at the end of the day. Like they don't really care about the money aspect of things. They just truly want to get access to these people and talk with them. So, yeah, our focus is going to heavily pivot soon to these non-crypto native creators.
So I think that's a mindset shift that many founders in the space are going through right now. And I think even
Yep.
implied in the USD is the sort of the denominated markets or earnings, et cetera. Sort of I think one of the things that we're seeing really take off. If people understand it, they grok it. I'm curious if there's sort of other insights you've had or friction points in trying to take what is this idea of market caps and trading fees and all this sort of stuff is still very crypto native, and I think there are clearly comps out there in the broader world. People are buying stocks, they're buying crypto, even if it's maybe just on a centralized exchange. So I think this sort of shift in mentality and how our products need to show up is a really big thing for right now. I'm curious, do you have
Yep.
any, yeah, how have you brought that into this game plan of going after the more Web2 influencers?
Yeah, I will say it's tough, right? So we have users that only care to trade. We have users that only care to redeem products. And then when you add non-crypto users and creators, it's just like makes that even more exaggerated. So when we were initially redesigning the platform for Solana, we worked with a design firm to really try to segregate like the market details and the charts and all of that with just like the actual use case, which is connecting with these creators. So if you take a look at the platform, we have the main creator page really has like one small little chart at the top, but the whole page is really just the products they offer, right? And buying and selling their minutes. Whereas another tab within like their page has all of the market details. So market cap, the charts, the holders, like all of that market related info. So we've really tried to segregate that out. And I will say we made a very conscious effort to use USDC for creator payouts, right? We don't want them to get paid in their token and then they have to dump it on their fans. So they get paid in USDC. And then everything on the platform is priced in USDC. It's not priced in Sol or ETH or their token. Like it's just USD dollar based. So the only new thing for people to really try to understand is that someone trades like a stock, right? Like their time trades like a stock. There's a chart and all of that. But I do think over time we will be able to teach these people, like, yeah, like you can trade your favorite creator now, right? You can have that shared upside with them. So it'll definitely be a learning curve. But yeah, I mean, the hard part is keeping traders happy that care about the market insights and all of that and the stats, and then also keeping users happy where like they don't care about the market, they don't care about the fluctuations in price every day. They just want to, yeah, pay for a DM at the end of the day.
Yeah, it feels like we still have these two worlds, and maybe it is as simple as just keeping those two separate. It's marketplace ultimately, and the supply and demand are asking for different things. So I think that makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
I think I'm really struck by just the scarcity of attention and time, and I think we're seeing. I guess I'd put what you're building into the bucket of a social token at the highest levels, right? It's and we've had a number of attempts at that over the years. You mentioned BitClout. And many others, and so I think we're still in this place where we're discovering what the right base concept is. Like, is it content that should be tokenized that bubbles up into a creator coin? Is it? I think you've introduced this concept of time, and maybe the scarcity of that is a very interesting sort of base pair, if you will. And that's I find that this whole, I mean, we've been nerding out about the social token space for 4 years now, and it feels like in many ways we're much closer to it, and still haven't really had that incredible breakout where I think it's very easy to see the intrigue of being able to trade your favorite creator, but the devil is in the details and how you create those markets, how you bring liquidity, how you bring more utility value, etc. to it. So is that the right way to sort of look at what you're building, as sort of creator coin backed by time, and you sort of see these tokens that represent, say, me on your platform as potentially being the thing that if I'm become Mr. Beast becomes, a multi-billion-dollar token?
Yeah. 100%. I mean, look, over the last year, we've been saying tokenize everything, tokenize everything. So people are trying to fit tokens in places they don't necessarily belong. I'm not a huge fan of, tokenized content unless there's something you get out of it. Like I don't like speculation for pure speculation, right? So I think with creator tokens, they must have some kind of fundamental backstop utility to them, right? It can't just be I'm speculating on this person and there's like nothing that these tokens can be used for or anything like that, because the product just won't be sustainable over the long term. So with something like time.fun, the products are really structured. The creators pick and choose what they offer. There's inherent like utility to these tokens, right? Pay to DM, pay to get on a call, pay to join the group chat. So that's something, I've been looking at every social product in this space. And I think that's what's truly important, is having like some kind of utility to these social tokens. Yeah, pretty much that. I mean, the utility is the most important part for keeping this sustainable, right? If you want this to be sustainable, you have to have some value being created. Like speculation won't last forever. And yeah, I mean, to answer your Mr. Beast point, look, if Mr. Beast joined this platform really early, right, people would probably pay him whatever $50 to get on a call, right? And now his time is so valuable. Obviously, I think over the long run, his calls would now be like $1 million, whatever, $500,000 for a call. And his early believers would benefit from that as long as he kept using the platform, and that being like his version of Calendly, right? So yeah, I think over the long run, if you bet on a creator early, you should reap the rewards as well. That's what we're trying to do here.
Amazing. Well, if you haven't checked out time.fun, it's live, it's working. You can go tokenize yourself. You can go purchase any number of the products that you guys have some great creators there. some strong early adopters. So it's been really fun to watch you iterate over the last little while. Excited to see where this goes. And thank you for hanging out with us today, my man.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Cheers, man. Best of luck.